You know, one nation, one poll is what the flavor seems to be. That listen, let's have these elections all together like the Americans do. You know, they vote for the Senate, for the House of Representatives, the governor, the president, all together. But where would our entertainment and flavor come from? Because we've gone through a massive election in the country, okay, gone straight into elections in Haryana where an upset took place. We've gone into an election immediately that we just come upon us in Maharashtra, you know, and then 2 months later elections in the national capital. So it is exciting. It's not boring because the flavor, I mean, national elections, Haryana, it's going to be Congress, right? No, the BJP takes it. So does that change things in Maharashtra? If it does, what happens in Delhi, which is the home base of the Aam Aadmi Party, which considers itself the future of opposition politics in the country for the next 5 years? Fascinating. Now we have our conversations and we try to interject them, as you know, if you watch us on election day, with what people who are standing in the lines while voting are saying. Now we don't ask them who they're voting for, but we ask them what they are voting for. What's the issue? And this gives us an anecdotal, and I know it's anecdotal, it's a few lines of a few voters in a few polling booths in a few constituencies. So it's not comprehensive, but this, while the voting process is going on, educates us of what people are thinking, and they might be completely different from what we think the major issues are. So let's hop across back where Anand Singh is standing by in a enigmatic contest of Sharad Pawar's nephew versus his own nephew. So the nephew is contesting against, I can't get over it, the nephew contesting against his nephew. Okay, speak of the person and he shall appear. Sharad Pawar on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try to listen in. Okay. I'm assuming he's not saying anything. He might go to, he's going to vote. Supriya, his daughter, and his family have already voted. As I was pointing out, Anand Singh is standing by in Baramati, where Ajit Pawar is taking on his brother's son, Yuvendra Pawar, okay, who is contesting for the first time. Ritesh is meanwhile in Baret on the other side of the country in Jharkhand. Remember, 38 seats are going to vote in Jharkhand in the second phase of that election as well. And Mahima Kataria is standing by in Nagpur, which is of course the headquarters of the RSS. You've seen Mohan Bhagwat cast his vote and is also an important area representing 6 constituencies which the BJP is hoping to sweep. But let me start with Anand and Baramati. Anand, I know people have been filtering into vote all morning. A lot of people you've been speaking to are insisting that there is no family fight, but it is a family fight. What's going on? What are people saying?
Yeah, Rishabh, look, since morning we have been in Baramati and we saw that how people over here, they are clearly completely divided on whom to vote, and definitely development is one of the reasons that they have come out to vote early in the morning. And joining me is a lady who has come out in the morning and she has just voted in the polls over here in the Maharashtra Assembly polls. The slogan that has been given by the Election Commission that Pehle Matdan Fir Jalpan. So we will try to speak to her and understand what were the issues that brought her early in the morning at the polling booth. Ma'am, आपका नाम?
संध्या काटे, संध्या राहुल काटे.
मुद्दा क्या रहा चुनाव में, चूंकि पहले मतदान फिर जलपान और आप सुबह सुबह आ गए यहाँ पर मतदान केंद्र पे?
हाँ, पहले मतदान फिर बाकी काम.
तो मुद्दे क्या थे, आपके मन में क्या चल रहा था?
क्या हमारे गांव का जो विकास हुआ है उस पर हमें गर्व है और उसी का ही हम सोचेंगे, उसी के बारे में.
Okay, hang a thought because Sharad Pawar is speaking now. Listen.
प्रत्येक नागरिकांनी मतदानाचा हक्क हा बजावला पाहिजे. मध्यंतरी लोकसभेची निवडणूक झाली त्यावेळेला महाराष्ट्राचं मतदान 67% आसपास होतं आणि नॉर्थ ईस्टमधली लहान लहान राज्य ही 70-75-80% सुद्धा पुढे गेली होती. महाराष्ट्रानं टक्केवारीमध्ये मागे राहणं हे अशोभनीय आहे. आणि म्हणून माझं आव्हान आहे महाराष्ट्राच्या जनतेला की मतदानासारखं कोणत्याही परिस्थितीत बजावा. तुम्हाला जी व्यक्ती जो राजकीय पक्ष योग्य वाटत असेल त्याला तुम्ही आपलं मतदान द्या, पण मतदान करा.
निवडणुकीच्या शेवटच्या टप्प्यामध्ये अक्षरशः म्हणजे कुठे पैसे वाटताना कुठेतरी मोठा पदाधिकारी भारतीय जनता पक्षाचा आढळून येतो, कुठेतरी गाडीवरती हल्ला होतोय, जीवघेणे हल्ले होत आहेत. हे जे रूप आलेलं आहे तर याला म्हणजे कुठली यंत्रणा कुठेतरी कमी पडते असं म्हणायचं का?
साधारणतः महाराष्ट्रात मतदान नेहमी शांततेने होतं, पण नागपूर जिल्ह्यामध्ये माजी गृहमंत्री अनिल देशमुख यांच्यावर हल्ला झाला. तो अस्वस्थ करणारा अशा प्रकारचा हल्ला होता. असे प्रकार सहसा म्हणजे कुठं छोटे मोठे कटकटी होतच नाही असं नाही, पण यावेळी थोडंसं त्या जादा दिसल्या. पुन्हा त्या होऊ नयेत अशीच अपेक्षा.
काल रात्री उशिरा एक प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स झाली दिल्लीमध्ये आणि त्या प्रेस कॉन्फरन्समध्ये सुप्रिया सुळे आणि नाना पटोले यांची नावं आली आणि त्या नावांच्या ऑडिओ क्लिप्स घेऊन त्यांच्यावरती बिटकॉईनच्या संदर्भानं पैसे मागितल्याचा आरोप एक IPS झाले पण जॉईन न झालेले IPS आहेत जे बडतर्फ झाल्यानंतर त्यांनी केलेले होते. ते आताही पुण्यामध्ये पत्रकार परिषद करतात.
जी व्यक्ती एक महिने तुरुंगात होती त्याचं म्हणणं काय, याची नोंद तरी कशाला घ्यायची? माझ्या मते त्याची नोंदही घेण्याची आवश्यकता नाही.
भाजपनं फार त्याच्यावर केंद्रीय पातळीवर पत्रकार परिषदा वगैरे घेतल्या.
याचा असं भाजप आणि त्यांच्या एकंदरीत सगळ्या कॅम्पेनकडं बघायचा दृष्टिकोन किती खालच्या पातळीचा आहे हे स्पष्ट होते. यापेक्षा अधिक त्याचा मला भाष्य करायचे नाही.
23ला काय रिझल्ट असेल, 23ला काय नतीजे येतील?
आज मतदानाची प्रक्रिया पार पडते. काय नेमकं 23 तारखेला महाराष्ट्रातलं चित्र नेमकं काय?
असं दिसतंय की इथं सत्ता परिवर्तन होईल. लोक बदल अपेक्षित करतात. मतदानाचा निर्णय ते त्या संदर्भात घेतील असं मला फायनाफिशी दिसतं.
अंदाज काय साहेब?
काल विनोद तावडेंच्या ज्या बाबतीत जो प्रकार झाला, भाजपच्याच माणसाकडनं आम्हाला सांगितलं गेलं होतं असं ठाकूर म्हणतात.
असं आहे की त्याची फॅक्शन फंक्शन मला माहिती नाही. तुम्ही जी काही माहिती दिली ती बघितली, पण लगेचच मी त्याच्यावर काही भाष्य करणार नाही. कारण ज्यांच्याबद्दलचा आरोप केला जातो त्यांना मी बरेच वर्ष ओळखतो, त्यामुळे माझ्याकडे ऑथेंटिक माहिती असल्याचं मी भाष्य करणार.
तुमचा अंदाज किती जागा येतील? जागा किती असतील?
मी काही ज्योतिषी नाही आहे, पण मला चित असं दिसतंय की बहुमत मिळावं.
175 जागा येतील असं अजित पवार म्हणतात. आणि बारामतीत काय रिझल्ट असेल?
माझ्या मते त्यांनी खरं सांगायचं जे 270-280 सांगायला पाहिजेत. असे 150 सांगणं चुकीचं.
170 नाही, 170 येतील जागा.
अजित पवारांच्या सांगता सभेमध्ये आशाताई पवार उपस्थित होत्या. त्यांनी पत्र सुद्धा त्या ठिकाणी वाचून दाखवलं ज्यामध्ये अजित पवारांवरती अन्याय झालाय, त्यांनी खूप सहन केलं असं त्या पत्रात.
असं माहिती अन्याय काय झाला म्हणजे उपमुख्यमंत्री ते आहेत, सत्ता त्यांच्या हातात आहे. हे चौथ्यांदा उपमुख्यमंत्री झाले. योगेंद्र पवार हा तर तरुण मुलगा उभा आहे, तो कशातच काही नाही. त्यामुळे अन्याय कसा झाला कोणाकडे?
मग तुम्ही सुप्रिया सुळेंवरती अन्याय केला का मग?
कशासाठी?
कारण त्यांना तुम्ही पद दिले नाही, त्यांना तुम्ही मुख्यमंत्री बनवलं नाही, त्यांना तुम्ही
म्हणजे रेवंत रेड्डी सुद्धा पुण्यामध्ये काल बोलताना असं म्हटलं की शरद पवारांनी सुप्रिया सुळेंना कधीच मंत्रिपद दिलं नाही, जे अजित पवारांना कायम दिलं.
ते सुप्रिया सुळेंना बारामतीकरांनी चौथ्यांदा संसदेत पाठवलं याच्यातच समाधान आहे.
म्हणजे तुमच्याकडे लाडका पुतण्या योजना होती.
अजित पवार असं म्हणाले की ओळखतो तो आवाज माझ्याकडे
नाना पटोले यांचीच आवाज येते असं अजित पवार म्हणतात.
असं आहे की आपण कोणत्या पातळीवर जावं इसे शास्त्र में सुद्धा पाए जात नहीं, ऐसे ही लक्षण है।
पवार साहब हिंदी में
सर आज आपने मतदान किया है यहाँ पे, क्या कहना है सर, लोगों से क्या अपील है और क्या लग रहा है सर महाराष्ट्र का
क्या
परिणाम क्या
करना,
होगा?
दूसरा क्या करना भी, लोगों ने ये फतिया में शामिल होने की आवश्यकता है और मुझे पूरा भरोसा है कि महाराष्ट्र के मतदाता भारी संख्या से इसमें शामिल हो जाएंगे, शांति से मतदान हो जाएगा और 23 तारीख के बाद ये देश के सामने आएगा कि राज चलाने की जिम्मेदारी वो किसके ऊपर देते हैं।
सर कल रात में एक बीजेपी ने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके दावा किया है कि बिटकॉइन के पैसे यहाँ यूज किए गए और सुप्रिया सुले जी और नाना पटोले जी का नाम लिया गया कि इनकी ऑडियो क्लिप है उनके पास।
बीजेपी कौन सी लेवल पर जाती है इसका एक उदाहरण है। जिसने आरोप किया था वो आदमी जेल में था कई महीनों से, और ऐसे लोगों को सामने लेकर झूठे इल्जाम लगाना ये ओनली भारतीय जनता पार्टी कर सकती है।
सर एनडीए की सरकार बनाने की कितनी संभावना है?
Okay, you speaking to you listen to Sharad Pawar. Ladies and gentlemen, I've interviewed him several times. He went through oral cancer about 20 years ago, so had large part of his teeth removed. So which is why sometimes can't hear him very clearly. But I promise you, he is in his 80s. He's outlasted many people who are no longer with us or have retired from politics. And his mind is really, really sharp still. So even though if you can't understand exactly what he's saying, pay attention to what he's saying. In this case, saying that he's expecting 70 to 80% voter turnout, which is a very large voter turnout. He doesn't know where the election is going. Obviously, nobody knows. But is hopeful that he is backed the right candidates, especially in that place where he was voting, which is Baramati, which is his hometown and the hometown of his daughter, and incidentally where his nephew Ajit Pawar is taking on, as I was mentioning, his nephew, his brother's son, Yogendra Pawar. We were trying to speak to reporters with Anand. Let's go back to them before I come to Mahima and then hop across to Jharkhand. Anand.
Yeah, Rishabh, we were speaking to a few of the voters over here who have just exercised their franchise. So we will try to speak and understand what are the issues in this election. Sir, आपका नाम?
राहुल कड्डी।
राहुल सर, आपने आकर सुबह सुबह मतदान किया, क्या मुद्दे थे आपके लिए खास जो इस चुनाव में आप चाहते हैं कि उन मुद्दों पर जो भी नई सरकार आए काम?
ये मुद्दे विकास के मुद्दे, और विकास यानी जो ग्राउंड लेवल पे जो विकास हुआ है उस पे हमने भी मतदान किया है और वही आगे जाके चलता जाए, इस ऐसा हमारा जो मतदान है उस तरफ जाता है, जो विकास के तरफ जाता है।
किस तरह का काम हुआ है बारामती में पिछले 5, 10, 15 सालों में?
ये काम इतना अच्छा हुआ है कि जो काम किया है, जिस विकास का जो जितना रोड का हो, के गांव का हो, पानी का हो, जो कोई खेत का हो, सब तरह का काम जो हुआ है ना, जो अच्छा तरीके से हुआ है वो काम किया है, जो मिलके वो दादा और वहीनी साहब ने किया है।
और so we will go to some more voters over here and try to understand what are the issues. सर, आपका नाम? आपने मतदान कर लिया?
सागर चांदनी, फॉर्म काठियावाड़ी।
क्या मुद्दे थे इस बार के चुनाव में काठियावाड़ी में और बारामती की सीट में?
ज्यादा कुछ मुद्दे नहीं थे, सभी तरफ विकास ही हो रहा है, इसलिए मुद्दे में ये चुनाव नहीं लड़ रहा है। थोड़ा परिवार का नॉर्मली इशू है, इसके हिसाब से ये निवडणूक चल रहा है।
किस तरह का विकास हुआ है बारामती में, खास तौर पे पिछले 5-10 साल में यहाँ पर, कुछ आप बता सकते हैं?
यहाँ पे बहुत सारा कुछ विकास हुआ है, खेती में, स्कूल, कॉलेज, सड़कें, पानी और सभी तरफ बहुत अच्छे से विकास किया है। आने वाले मतलब विकास होने में कुछ बचा ही नहीं, अब इतना बारामती बहुत सुधर गया है।
आपका नाम?
नीलेश।
नीलेश जी, क्या मुद्दे हैं इस बार चुनाव में? रोजगार का मुद्दा हर कोई उठाता है, तो किस तरह से देखते हैं रोजगार? आप युवा हैं तो क्या कहेंगे?
रोजगार तो हर गवर्नमेंट में वैसा ही है, एम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट वैसा ही, जो एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन होना चाहिए उस हिसाब से नहीं हो रहा, लेकिन ठीक है, अच्छा है। और यहाँ बारामती का देखिए तो आप पूरे महाराष्ट्र में बारामती इतना डेवलपमेंट, बारामती MIDC है, बहुत सारे कंपनियां है, और सबसे अच्छी चीज़ है कि जो बेसिक फाउंडेशन होता है एजुकेशन, यहाँ पे बहुत अच्छा एजुकेशन मिल रहा है। अब मैं यहाँ से ही सीख के मैं दिल्ली से पढ़ा हूँ, पुणे में पढ़ा हूँ, ये सब यहाँ जो बारामती में मुझे एजुकेशन मिला इसके बलबूते पे, इसलिए यहाँ पे ये जो बाहर ऐसा लगता है, लेकिन यहाँ पे डेवलपमेंट छोड़ के दूसरा कोई इशू ही नहीं है। और दादा ने इतना ग्राउंड लेवल पे इतना अच्छा काम किया।
सुरक्षा की लगातार बात हो रही है, उसके अलावा किसानों की बात हो रही है, गन्ने के किसानों की खास तौर पे बात हो रही है, कॉटन के किसानों की बात हो रही है। तो कैसे देखते हैं कि उन किसानों की आवाजें सुनी गई, महिलाओं की सुरक्षा को लेकर आप क्या सोचते हैं, यहाँ किस तरह का माहौल रहा है?
आप मुझे पूछने से ज्यादा आप यहाँ आजू बाजू भी घूमेंगे तो आपको सब जगह पे सब बंगले ही दिखाई देंगे। मतलब यहाँ का किसान इतना सदन हो गया है, गन्ने का यहाँ पे अच्छी खेती है, प्राइस भी अच्छा मिलता है, पानी हमको 12 महीना पानी मिलता है, इतना अच्छा यहाँ पे इरिगेशन फैसिलिटीज डेवलप किए गए हैं। कैनल इरिगेशन बहुत अच्छी तरह से अजीत दादा ने यहाँ पे डेवलप किया हुआ है।
So, Rishabh, you heard the voters over here. They said that the issue of development remains the main over here, and they have
It's fascinating listening to people who are so happy with development that they feel that there is no development left. No other vikas is required in their constituency. Those people are obviously sometimes political supporters, and that's fine. Okay, they are also locals who are picking a side. Dada, of course, is referring to Ajit Pawar, and now remains to be seen that people are seeing a family fight take place. In this family fight, Ajit Pawar probably takes it over his nephew, but his wife didn't take it against Supriya. She did lose by 2 lakh votes in the same place where Anand is standing just 3-4 months ago. So who knows what could happen. Let's hop across to the other side of the state in Nagpur, where Mahima Kataria is standing by. A whole bunch of people are gathered behind her. A lot of exciting voting going on in Nagpur. 6 seats out of that city. Mahima, what are people behind you saying?
Well, 288 seat has their own speciality, Rishabh, but there are voters here. We'll quickly go across to them and ask what are the issues, sir? मैं सबसे पहले आपसे शुरू करूंगी, क्या मुद्दा है?
बस यहाँ स्थानीय विधायक ने जो भी काम किए हैं उससे लोग प्रभावित और हिंदुत्व के बारे में।
सर, आपका क्या मुद्दा है?
हमारे मुद्दा तो डेवलपमेंट का है, एजुकेशन है, एम्प्लॉयमेंट है, एग्रीकल्चर है, और सबका साथ सबका विकास के ऊपर सबसे मेन इशू है। जो एक है तो सेफ है का नारा चल रहा है, उसके बारे में।
सर, मैं आपकी सबसे पहले उम्र जानना चाहूंगी, क्या उम्र है आपकी?
मेरी 75 है।
तो क्या मुद्दे रहेंगे इस बार वोट के?
लोग का विकास होना चाहिए, हम सब एक है, भारत देश हमारा है, नागरिकत्व हमारा है, देश आज़ाद होना चाहिए, स्वतंत्र होना चाहिए।
सर, आपके क्या मुद्दे रहेंगे?
कोई डेवलपमेंट, हाँ, एरिया का अपना डेवलपमेंट का है।
क्या कुछ आपको लगता है, क्योंकि अगर हम नागपुर की बात करते हैं, क्योंकि सभी लोग यहाँ पे डेवलपमेंट की बात कर रहे हैं, तो क्या कुछ डेवलपमेंट में देख रही हूँ अच्छी खासी हो रही है। मैं भी नागपुर में आई हूँ, रोड्स की बात करें, हर चीज़ के लिहाज से क्या कुछ एक्स्ट्रा डेवलपमेंट नागपुर में होना चाहिए?
एजुकेशन का हो गया, जैसे गरीब बच्चे हो गए, गरीब बच्चों को कहीं एडमिशन नहीं मिलता है, तो उसके लिए हमारे विधायक से हमको ये उम्मीद है उनके लिए।
सर, आप क्या कहेंगे, वोटिंग के इस बार क्या मुद्दा होगा वोट देने?
विकास का मुद्दा है, विकास के नाम पर वोट देती है और विकास हुआ है।
सर, आपका क्या मुद्दा है?
मेरा व्यक्तिगत विषय ये है कि जो हमारे देश की सुरक्षा का विषय है और जो हमारे धर्म और हिंदुत्व का जो सुरक्षा का विषय है, उसी के साथ जो सर्वांगीण विकास है, जो व्यक्तिगत स्वरूप में जो हमारे यहाँ के जो व्यक्तिगत अभी रूटीन में जो पार्षद थे सामान्य श्री मोहन जी मतेन ने, वो पूरा विकास यहाँ पे किया हुआ है। व्यक्तिगत स्वरूप में भी वो जनता के बीच के नेता है, तो उन्हीं के जैसे के नेता की आज समाज को बहुत ज़रूरत है और हम उन्हीं के साथ में है।
सर, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूँगा, आपकी उम्र क्या है सर?
74।
सर, क्या मुद्दा रहेगा वोट का इस बार?
वोट का मुद्दा विकास है, और जो बच्चों को रोजगार नहीं मिल रहा है उसी के ऊपर में है, और हेल्प करना बहुत ज़रूरी है इस ज़माने में। इस ज़माने में ये है कि इंसान को पहचानना बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है।
आपका क्या मुद्दा रहेगा?
मेरा तो मुद्दा रहेगा जैसे कि
आप युवा हैं, प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने भी अपील की थी युवाओं से, क्या मुद्दा रहेगा युवाओं का इस बार?
मुद्दा तो हमारा एक ही रहेगा कि रोजगार। मैम, रोजगार जैसे कि हमारे पास में अभी बड़ी सी लैंड देखने गए तो मियान है, हमारे पास में मियान होने के कारण हम लोग अभी चाह रहे हैं कि मोदी जी रहे या तो फिर हमारे फडणवीस साहब जी है, उनके चलते हम लोग चाह रहे हैं कि बड़ी बड़ी कंपनी आज हमारे सिटी में आए, नागपुर सिटी में आए और वहाँ का विकास हो। जो युवा है जिनको रोजगार नहीं है उनको रोजगार मिले, वो सबसे पहले ज़रूरत है। और बाद में तो विकास की रही बात, विकास तो हर जगह हो रहा है। हम लोग तो अभी भी बोल रहे हैं कि हमारे 6 के 6 सीटें नागपुर की निकल के आने वाली है, यानी हम लोग 6 के 6 सीट जीतने वाले हैं यहाँ पे, तो कोई बात ही नहीं है। और विकास का तो छोड़ ही दीजिए, विकास तो हो ही रहा है। हमारे यहाँ के जो अभी आमदार है मोहन जी मते का तो आप विकास छोड़ दीजिए। आप देख रहे हो सबसे अगर टॉप नंबर में अगर किसी का नाम होगा, अगर विकास के लिए, अगर या तो निधि खर्चा करने के लिए हो या किसी भी बात,
आपको लगता है कि विकास और रोजगार?
यस मैम, साथ में हमारे लोग भी होने चाहिए। जहाँ केंद्र में जो सरकार है वहाँ पे हमारी भी बीजेपी की सरकार रहनी चाहिए जो राज्य में आए।
चलिए सर, मैं आपसे पूछूंगी आपकी उम्र क्या है सर?
79 ईयर्स की है।
74, so we have people of this age here. सर, मुद्दा क्या रहेगा?
हमारा मुद्दा ये है कि विकास हो और एक है तो सबके साथ रहे, एक है तो सेफ है।
एक है तो सेफ है, so that's the slogan that was given by Prime Minister. सर, आपका क्या मुद्दा रहेगा?
मेरा मुद्दा तो ये है, विकास तो हो ही रहा है, विकास के साथ में जो है ना कुछ साल के बाद में बेरोजगारी भी हट जाएगी। विकास एक बहुत ज़रूरी है और विकास हो भी रहा है, और जो बीजेपी की सरकार है बहुत अच्छी है।
सर, आपके क्या मुद्दे रहेंगे वोट?
मैडम, ऐसा है कि हमारा जो एक नारा है, सबका साथ सबका विकास, यही मुद्दे पे हम लोग वोटिंग कर रहे हैं। और रही बात बेरोजगारी की, तो हमारे को अभी आशा है कि हमारी आने वाले कुछ दिनों में हमारी भी वो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगी। हमारा यही उद्देश्य है कि लोगों को रोज़गार मिले और लोगों को अच्छा शिक्षण मिले। और मेरा एक ये मुद्दा है कि हमारी जो जनरेशन आने वाले कुछ दिनों में, कि उनको शिक्षण जो है, एजुकेशन जो है वो फ्री मिले।
First of all, Jai Shri Ram. I am teacher here. The existing government is doing nicely, but the thing is that people should understand the potential in the existing government. As I saw, I was purchasing vegetable. I came with my daughter. Say hello. Beta, say hello. Hi. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Good morning. I am satisfied with the existing government. Only the thing is that people should understand, they should not get diverted towards the false commitments given by other people. Okay?
What kind of false commitment are you talking about? What pertaining issues do you think that this time that the people of Nagpur should vote?
Yes. Actually, nowadays the trend is going on. All the political parties are attracting people for the free things, free money, free electricity.
Not really up with the...
How are they giving free things? Are they spending their own money? They are taking from people's tax money only. Okay, the thing is that we should not run after the free things. Okay. Even in existing government also, some of the free schemes are going on, and that I don't like. Actually, you want to help, then really find out the needy people and help them.
So, सर, आप कुछ कहना चाह रहे थे क्या? आपका कोई मुद्दा रह गया है?
मुसीबत में शरीफों की शराफत कम नहीं होती, करो सोने के 100 टुकड़े मगर कीमत कम नहीं होती। जो धर्म का नहीं किसी काम का नहीं, जो राम का नहीं किसी काम का नहीं।
So you can clearly see, Rishabh, here people have spoken about development. Here people have spoken about education, and there was one teacher here who spoke about that people should realize the potential of the existing government and should not go for the freebies. So definitely the political agenda that we saw while the political rallies happened in Maharashtra ahead of the day that is today, we saw that how there were Maratha versus OBC, there were vote jihad as well. These were the issues raised.
Okay, but I don't know if any of those issues have stuck. I have not seen them stick. Okay, obviously where Mahima is standing, there is a whole host of BJP supporters. So they are being very clear about who they think they are with. Okay, this is a Devendra Fadnavis stronghold. It's the hometown of the headquarters of the RSS. Fadnavis has won this for the last 3 times. He should take it. The Congress has taken this seat in the past, but not in the last 3 terms. There are 6 seats out of Nagpur, as I mentioned. All 6 of them are crucial for the BJP to get past the 100 mark, which is what they're hoping is happening once again. So for now, Anand, in Baramati and in a different area of Nagpur where Mahima is standing by, I'm going to thank you. Let's hop across to Mumbai, where my colleague Daryl is speaking with a few voters. Daryl, over to you.
What are your voting issues?
Development and non-corrupt administration. Bas, these are my two main issues.
मैडम क्या लगता है कौन से इश्यूज
जो होगा वो अच्छा ही होगा.
अब क्या लगता है आपको जो स्कीम्स लाई थी गवर्नमेंट ने इंट्रोड्यूस की थी मुख्यमंत्री लाड़की बहन वगैरह उसका कितना फायदा हुआ है?
शायद मालूम नहीं क्योंकि पॉलिटिक्स में इतना हमको समझता नहीं है कुछ, लेकिन जो होगा वो अच्छा ही होगा.
So what are the main issues in these elections?
Main issues, stability in political scene actually. This political scene is become here.
Ma'am, what would you say? Even you have casted your vote. What are the what are the main issues?
Main issues, there are many issues, but let's see now the one who comes settles our problems.
Do you believe that the schemes which are introduced by the Mahayuti, like the Ladki Bahin scheme, will benefit the Mahayuti government?
I don't know. I wouldn't say that. Let's see. Let's see.
Okay, so that was Bandra East, Vandre East as it is also now known, and people are coming out there to vote. Still a trickle in Mumbai. Sharad Pawar is confident 70-80% voting. Mumbai always has poor voter turnouts, hoping that's a bit different. But is there a bit of fatigue with politics? It seems like it. There is a confusion with politics for sure. Let's open up this conversation to our guest joining us. Anirudh Pratap Singh of the BJP, Joyita Basu, my colleague and editor of the Sunday Guardian is with us. Sulaiman Mohammad Khan, representing the Congress, I'm hoping will be with us very, very shortly. So let me start with you, Anirudh ji. Anirudh ji, now the BJP stands in a very strange situation. 5 years ago, you should have formed the government. It was a mandate for the BJP Shiv Sena. Yet when the swearing-in ceremony took place, and Ajit Pawar was part of that swearing-in ceremony, and 2 days later he was swearing in again, but with somebody else. What went wrong 5 years ago, sir?
Rishabh ji, first of all, namaskar to all the co-panelists, and I'm using your platform for Maharashtra voters. Please come out from home and recall the slogan "Ek hai, safe hai," and answer to vote jihad. Please vote cast, and same recall same sentence from Jharkhand. Jharkhand voters, please come out from home and replies to who are supporting to Ghuspaitiya. So please ensure Beti, Mati and Jangal, Jal, Jameen, and same recall for please come out from home in Uttar Pradesh by election, batenge to katenge, and same recall for Ek Hai Safe Hai. And Maharashtra we are coming in power, and Jharkhand we are coming in power, and we replied all the questions same time 23rd of November on first inning. So definitely Bharatiya Janata Party came in power.
That didn't answer my question, sir. 5 years ago, 105 seats for the BJP, single largest party by a large margin. It should have been a BJP Uddhav Thackeray government, but it wasn't. What went wrong?
Nothing. Everyone knows to what happened in the past. I think such time and this moment, not a proper time we should reply such question. But in my opinion, in party opinion, BJP is coming power this joint bench Mahayuti government and NDA सरकार in same Jharkhand and same Maharashtra.
But Anirudh जी, आपके आरोप तो ये लगता है ना वो कि इशू क्या था कि आप सरकार नहीं बना पाए, ठीक है? Then you broke the Shiv Sena into half. You broke the NCP. Now these are the original Marathi parties. और आपने वो पार्टियां तोड़ दी.
महाविकास अघाड़ी से ना कि we are not in government, we are not formed to government. उद्धव ठाकरे से.
क्या आपने did the BJP come and break the Marathi parties?
नहीं भाई, मैं यही कह रहा हूँ कि कौन कह रहा है? उद्धव ठाकरे ही तो कह रहे हैं जिन्होंने पार्टी के उसमें पीठ में छुरा भोंका था. मोदी जी का बैकड्रॉप लगा के चुनाव जीतते हैं वो, तो कौन कह रहा है? मुझे लगता है आज के दिन ये सब डिबेट बहुत हो चुकी है. केवल चुनाव बाहर निकलना चाहिए. 2 स्लोगन लोगों को याद रखना चाहिए. जो धुले में हुआ वोट जिहाद हुआ, कि वहां पे ऐसे 12 लोकसभा सीटें हैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी जहां पे 4000, 2000, 2500 मार्जिन से आ रही, और उनकी विधानसभा में करीब 84 विधानसभा है जहां पे 72 विधानसभा में भारतीय जनता पार्टी एनडीए लीड की, और उसके बाद में कई जगह पे 12 जगह वोट जिहाद ऐसा हुआ 12 विधानसभा में जहां पे हम 2-2, 2500,
ओके, बट लेकिन अनुज जी, मेरा सवाल तो ये है ना कि अगर वोटर पोलिंग बूथ जा रहा है, भगवान जाने सरकार किसकी बनेगी, क्योंकि पिछली बार तो सेना भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बननी चाहिए थी, लेकिन अब अजीत पवार शायद वापस शरद पवार के पास चले जाएं, उद्धव ठाकरे, एकनाथ शिंदे शायद मिल जाएं, मिलके शायद आपके साथ आ जाएं या शायद कांग्रेस के साथ जाएं। ये तो सब कुछ भगवान, सारे नेता भगवान भरोसे चल रहे हैं, तो वोटर को क्या पता आप किसके साथ हो।
सब भाई, मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ कि थोड़ा सा कम बोलना चाह रहा था आज, कि मेरी तबीयत भी कम थी। दूसरी चीज ये है, मैं बार बार यही कह रहा हूँ कि आज ही दिन बोलने का कोई मतलब नहीं है। बस जो लोग वोट करने जाएं, सिर्फ 2 स्लोगन याद रखें कि महाराष्ट्र में जाएं, एक है सेफ है, दूसरा वोट जिहाद को जरूर ध्यान रखें कि धुले लोकसभा के अंदर 7 विधानसभा, जिसमें 6 विधानसभा में भारतीय जनता पार्टी लीड किया, और एक विधानसभा में 1,90,000। एक आप देखिए, पैटर्न देखिए वहां पे जिस तरीके से वोट हो रहा है वहां पे, कि एक फतवा जारी किया जाता है, एक पार्टी खिलाफ इस तरीके से चीजें चलाई जाती है कि भोले भाले भारतीय मुस्लिम को आप भड़काते हैं, जो कि आज डिबेट की चर्चा का विषय शायद नहीं होना चाहिए। लोगों को बस निकल के वोट देना चाहिए। दूसरा, झारखंड के अंदर बेटी माटी और जो वहां पे क्या कहते हैं,
ठीक है, आपने सेम स्लोगन 3 बारी पढ़ दिए हैं, ठीक है, ओके, ऑलराइट, फेयर इनफ, यू सेड योर पॉइंट, दिस इज व्हाट यू वांट टू से। लेट मी गेट Sulaiman Mohammad Khan of the Congress in. Sulaiman ji, I know politics is about inconsistency. Sharad Pawar left the Congress to form the NCP because he had a problem with Sonia Gandhi's foreign origin. Then he got into alliance with you. Now we have his nephew who was handpicked by him being taken on by that nephew's nephew in Baramati. It is confusing, and in the confusion, is anybody loyal to anybody now in Maharashtra? Anything is possible regardless of how this election goes.
I can't, the sides have been, parties have chosen their sides. Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi, you have the Congress, the NCP, and the NCP Sharad Pawar and Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray. The other party, BJP, and the Shiv Sena, broken, which has been just to steal the government, which was democratically elected. BJP has broken 2 parties, NCP and Shiv Sena, and they have been able to form the government. People of Maharashtra know that this government, which was formed by the BJP, was a stolen government. Now, I just heard the BJP spokesperson, and we have also seen the complete campaign which the BJP has done in Maharashtra and Jharkhand. They have nothing to say. They have nothing to offer. Therefore, they have, taken the refuge in Katenge to Batenge, vote jihad, etc. These type of communal slogans. Why don't they say that they'll provide jobs? What will happen to the 25,000 farmers of Maharashtra? We have said that what we'll do for the farmers in Maharashtra. We have said what we'll do for the women of Maharashtra. We have stated everything in our joint manifesto, Maharashtra Nama. And the same happened in Jharkhand. Rishabh, one more point. Now this is further substantiated what I am saying through these slogans, as well as what we saw through our official handle of the BJP, a video which was shared in Jharkhand. Rishabh, whatever the results of the election, it will come by 23rd. But the problem we face, and it's unfortunate, Rishabh, you will also agree with me, the discourse of political debate, the issues on which the elections should be fought, has brought down by the BJP in 10 years to Hindu, Muslim, communal elections. They will take your land, they will take your Mangal Sutra, and it's coming none other than what we saw in Lok Sabha from the Prime Minister, and this election also from the official handles of the BJP, from the Home Minister in Jharkhand.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. Anuj, just say a second. Let me rephrase the question. Mohammed, what was it? Because your performance in the Lok Sabha elections was half decent. Maharashtra was, didn't go the way the NDA wanted to go. You got 13 seats. Uddhav Thackeray's faction did reasonably well. So did Sharad Pawar's NCP. So what happened? Did you just get lucky, or was there some systematic voting that you saw your way during Lok Sabha? Mohammed.
Yeah, you're asking me, Rishabh? You're
Yes,
asking
what
me?
happened, say, 3-4 months ago that led to a 13-seat victory for the Congress in the Lok Sabha elections?
No, it was a very positive campaign we put up. A very positive campaign we have put up. The people of Maharashtra understood. Therefore, we got 32, 33 seats out of the 48 Lok Sabha seat in Maharashtra. We put our manifesto before the people. People voted. People understood that BJP and their alliance partners are fooling the central government led by the Prime Minister Modi. They are fooling the people of the country. Therefore, a befitting reply has been given to them. I think the same trend is going to follow in Maharashtra. And Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi is going
But Sulaiman Mohammad Khan,
in
you know,
Maharashtra
5 years ago, the people of Maharashtra gave the BJP 105 seats. And it should have been, everybody knows this, it should have been a BJP Shiv Sena government. The real person who betrayed the voters' mandate was Uddhav Thackeray. And therefore he deserved what he got from his own colleagues.
Bishop, don't say all this. He has betrayed. Now, what will you call Eknath Shinde and the other guy, Ajit Pawar, who is also in conflict with the BJP over this "Katenge Batenge" slogan? Now, are they loyalists or what? Now, what has happened in Maharashtra in past 5-7 years, it's all the outcome of dirty politics of BJP. Nobody is responsible for this. What these people have done everywhere, 10 years, Arunachal, you brought down the government, Uttarakhand, you brought down the government, then this happened in Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, so many unconstitutional actions from the top leadership of the BJP, people sitting in power at the center. They have been orchestrated everything what has happened in past 10 years. We are not naive. We know what's happening.
Okay.
What happened in Maharashtra it's writ large on the face of it.
Okay, you're seeing on your screens Ritesh Deshmukh casting his vote. His brother, remember, Dheeraj is contesting from Latur, if I'm not mistaken, on a Congress ticket. I'll give Anuruddh ji a chance to respond, then I'll open Joyita. Anuruddh ji, you want to respond to that?
May I come?
Yes, please.
Rishabh ji, how can say "Ek hai safe" is slogan, communal slogan? Because it's a Hindi. "Ek hai safe" hai. Such type United States of America, United Nation, United Kingdom.
I just pity
में आपको क्यों प्रॉब्लम है?
I just pity you people, Anuradh ji. I just pity you people. Katenge, batenge, and the slogan which you have floated in Jharkhand, the video you have floated. It's very.
How can say communal slogan? How can say communal slogan? You are making the fool the Bharatiya Muslim. You are making the fool Bharatiya Muslim.
आप लोग
What you have done for the Bharatiya Muslim? What you have done for Bharatiya Muslim? एक है सेफ है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है साहब इसमें?
बटेंगे कटेंगे को आप एंडोर्स करते हैं या कहिए आदित्यनाथ ने गलत किया, सस्पेंड करिए आदित्यनाथ को, पार्टी करेगी उसमें। अगर बटेंगे आप मानते हैं? झारखंड में जो आपने वीडियो निकाली है उसे मानते हैं
आप? ये मानते हैं यूनिटी इज पावर?
कटेंगे बटेंगे मानते हैं
आप? ये मानते हैं?
Okay, I will let my viewers judge what the meaning or underlying meaning of batenge to katenge or ek hai to safe hai means. You can judge for yourself. Is it talking about national unity? Or is it talking about religious unity and religious identity? I'll let our viewers judge for themselves. Hint, wink, wink can happen from the spokespersons. Let me get Joyita, who's been listening very patiently to all of this, to get real perspectives, because politicians have already decided what they want to say. Joyita, what's the brass tacks here? I honestly do not know what is going on. It's probably impossible to predict, but what is obvious is that nowhere does this election seem to be principally being hinged around Narendra Modi. There is either a vote for Modi or against Modi. It seems a bit different this time in Maharashtra. What is it?
Well, actually, it is about local issues, and which is good. That is how all elections should be fought, especially when it comes to the state assembly elections. I mean, people ideally should not be voting for a party or against a party, depending on the condition of the roads and maybe, local issues, the local issues. So it is but natural that this will be, there's a reflection of this in the Maharashtra elections, and for that matter, even in the Jharkhand elections. So I would say this is to a large extent the majority of the voter, and that is now also being reflected, I would say, in the political parties, that they are talking more about the local issues and not about Pakistan or, but yes, when you're talking about all these batenge to katenge issues, but I've not been on the ground, so I do not know how big these issues are, but yes, it may have some effect in areas like, I think one of the gentlemen talked about Dhule and all, where they won a large chunk of constituencies, assembly constituencies. They had a lead over there in one or two, I think Malegaon or something like that. They kind of subsumed, I would say, and over that lead, and then they lost. The Dhule seat is a particular. So perhaps there is a local need over there. But again, it is the people's choice. You have to learn to respect the people's choice.
Okay, but do the people have a choice, Joyita? Because let's face it, the BJP still has the best chance of emerging once again the largest party. Okay, neither the NCP SP nor the NCP nor the Shiv Sena, neither the Shiv Sena UBT, perhaps not even the Congress have that chance where they'll get 100 seats by themselves. So what do the people have options? Because if they vote for Ajit Pawar, are they voting for a BJP-led government, or are they voting for a Sharad Pawar-led government? Who knows? If they're voting for Uddhav Thackeray, are they voting for a possible reunited Shiv Sena? Do the people, can they predict what they're voting for this time around?
As far as Maharashtra is concerned, no, they cannot. They clearly voted for BJP and Shiv Sena in the last election, the main election that happened. As I keep mentioning, even I've forgotten the course that Maharashtra politics has taken. It's too confusing. So the thing is that they voted. But yes, that is the problem. You do not know which way the voting is going to happen, except for the fact that the people who will be voting for BJP, they will keep voting for BJP. Yeah. People who will vote for the Congress, they will keep voting for the Congress.
Okay, so what was the difference X factor in Lok Sabha, where we saw the majority of seats in Maharashtra was an upset, like Haryana was an upset, and Haryana turned around very, very quickly, surprisingly quickly, surprised the BJP that it was so quick?
I think, certain issues were there when it comes to the Lok Sabha elections. A particular way the campaign had been projected, about certain things, I think struck a chord. Of course, apart from the fact that the local discontent was always there, but I think that reservation will end and all those things, they had an impact. And it's also a fact, block voting happened in certain areas, so all that had an impact, I think, and to a large extent even the people were really confused. Perhaps they're not as confused as the last time. Okay. They made up their mind, but I would say Uddhav Thackeray, in my view, would have some sort of a sympathy factor.
Okay, Uddhav Thackeray did better than expected in the Lok Sabha polls. To be fair, so did Sharad Pawar, who's retained grip of his party. Give him credit, he's managed to hang on. But yes, politicians are all hypocrites. They're covered in hypocrisy, painted and bathed in it every night. Sharad Pawar left the Congress party because he had a problem with Sonia Gandhi's foreign origin. He got together with two tall leaders, one from Maharashtra, one from Meghalaya, and formed the NCP. Then, once the Congress was in a position to form the government, he became a union minister under Manmohan Singh, agriculture minister, no less. Now he has his nephew who is against him. So he has pitted his nephew's nephew against his nephew, believe it or not. So now listen into the nephew's nephew, and then we will listen into the spokesperson of the NCP who is sitting with us. Let's listen into the nephew's nephew. This is Baramati.
तो अभी हमारे साथ बात करने के लिए मौजूद हैं बारामती से योगेंद्र पवार जी। योगेंद्र सर, स्वागत है आपका ITV नेटवर्क पे। बारामती काफी हॉट सीट बन गई है महाराष्ट्र में, तो कैसे देखते हैं? एक तरफ आप हैं, एक तरफ अजीत पवार दादा है।
नहीं, ठीक है, अभी आज आखिरी दिन है, आज वोटिंग का दिन है। सब जो होना था, प्रचार, सब हमारा कैंपेन, सांगता सभा, सब वो हो गया और अभी सिर्फ एग्जाम का दिन है। 23 तारीख को रिजल्ट मिलेंगे और वो हम ही वहां से विजयी होंगे, वो आपको वहां दिखेगा।
अजीत पवार जी लगातार दावे कर रहे हैं कि उन्होंने काफी काम किया है बारामती में और लोग उनको फिर से चुन के भेजने वाले हैं, तो कैसे देखते हैं उनके इस तमाम दावों को और आपका विजन क्या रहेगा? जैसे कि वो दावा कर रहे हैं ताकि बहुत विकास का कार्य किया है।
नहीं, विकास मतलब जो बेसिक सुविधा है वो लोगों को मिलने चाहिए। आज भी पानी का सवाल बहुत बड़ा है बारामती में, बेरोजगारी बहुत मोटे पद्धति बेरोजगारी इधर बारामती में है। तो जो बेसिक लोगों को घर नहीं है रहने के लिए, अच्छे से ड्रेनेज भी नहीं इधर बनाए गए, महिलाओं को शौचालय भी नहीं है, ये सब जो काम है ना वो करना चाहिए था, वो नहीं हुआ और हम यही काम करेंगे, इसको ही हम विकास बोलते हैं, सिर्फ बिल्डिंग बनाना विकास होता है, ये मत का मैं नहीं हूँ।
आपके पिताजी ने एक आरोप लगाया कि किस तरीके से आपकी दादी को चुनाव की रैली में सोमवार के दिन लेकर गए थे अजीत दादा, उनकी तबीयत खराब थी, उनको काफी अफसोस हुआ इस चीज को, तो इस पे आप क्या कहें?
किसी को भी होगा ना, वो उनके माँ है और सभी बच्चों के लिए माँ सब बच्चे माँ के लिए समान होते हैं और उनकी भी माँ वैसी ही है।
मेरा आखिरी सवाल है सर, जिस तरीके से बारामती में पवार वर्सेस पवार का बैटल फिर से प्ले आउट हुआ है, कल एक ऑडियो बीजेपी ने रिलीज की,
वो मैंने देखा नहीं है ऑडियो। थैंक यू सर।
तो ये थे
Yugendra heard this, ladies and gentlemen, is Yugendra Pawar. Now his father is Ajit Pawar's brother, so he would be Ajit Pawar's nephew, just like Ajit Pawar is the nephew of Sharad Pawar. So that makes Sharad Pawar and Supriya Sule cousins, and therefore it makes him also Supriya Sule's nephew. I have tried to break it down for you. So here in this context, where are the people? It's a family fight, and it's an unpleasant family fight, and it's been going on for so long. Let me ask that question to Sakshna Salgar. Sakshna ji, what's going on? What is going on? They say it's for the voter in Baramati who's been a loyalist of the Pawar family, is now being asked to pick a Pawar. How is that? How's it come to this?
I would like to tell all the people of the nation, this is not a family battle. This is all about the Sharad Pawar sir's contribution for the state last 65 years. He is a 85 years old man. He is a Bahubali of the Maharashtra. It's not about the Yugendra. It is not about the DCM Ajit Pawar. It is about the Sharad Pawar. Ajit Pawar breaks the party. जो छुरा खुपसना होता है पीठ पीछे, वो काम जो है वो अजीत पवार जी ने पवार साहब के साथ किया है एज अ महाराष्ट्रियन। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई एम अ महाराष्ट्रियन, तो मैं महाराष्ट्र की लड़की हूं, तो हमारे स्टेट में किसी को भी थ्रू आउट द स्टेट नोबडी लाइक दिस थिंग दैट पवार साहब के पीछे पीछे उनको गद्दारी करना, गद्दारी महाराष्ट्र में नहीं चलती है। I heard before me Basu madam was speaking, it is a election nukkad and local. No, it is not about the local and nukkad. In nukkad election nahi hai, it is about the Maharashtra legacy. It is about the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. These people, these gaddars, CM Shinde, जिसको हम मिन्ने बोलते हैं महाराष्ट्र में, not me, throughout the state, all Maharashtra statements, all the people of the Maharashtra, गद्दार लोग जिन्होंने स्वर्गीय बाला साहेब ठाकरे का पार्टी तोड़ा, उद्धव जी को तोड़ा, उनके पीछे पीछे सूरा खोपसने का काम किया।
So Sakshna ji, let me ask you a follow-up question.
यहाँ पे माफी नहीं हुई, people will not forgive them.
Sakshna ji, let me because we'll correct your designation there, because it's confusing even for us which NCP now who's representing what. So she's obviously from the NCP SP. Sakshna ji, Sharad Pawar also left the Congress party. He said Sonia Gandhi is a foreigner, and he left the Congress party to form his own party, the NCP. So who is the original betrayer?
I want to tell you something. Pawar Sahab never stole the party. He established the party. उन्होंने किसी को पार्टी को तोड़कर लोगों को नहीं लिया. उन्होंने खुद की पार्टी बनाई और 2 बार बनाई, not for the single time. I would like to tell you about the history. Even in the 70s, he was the CM. पुरोगामी लोकशाही दल, जिसको पुलोद बोला था, उन्होंने पार्टी एस्टैब्लिश किया था. He founded the party, established the party. Second time again in 1999, he established the party whose name Rashtrwadi Congress Party.
Okay.
जिसको अजीत पवार.
Suleiman, I'm coming to you 1 second. But Sakshna Di, how is it?
पार्टी नहीं तोड़ी थी.
But how is it that the leadership of the party is either daughter, nephew, or nephew's nephew? I mean, what is going on? Don't have credible people within the NCP ranks and file who can make it to the leadership, or does your name have to be Pawar?
I would like to tell you, it is not about the family battle, it is about the Maharashtra legacy. जिन्होंने पवार साहब को एक ऊंचा स्तर दिया है देश में, महाराष्ट्र का नाम आज भी the Maratha man in Delhi, the one and only tiger, Sharad Pawar. So it is about the Sharad, it's not about the Yugendra Pawar and Ajit Pawar. वो सब आते हैं शरद पवार साहब के बाद में. Even Supriya Sule, she is the best parliamentarian. I respect her a lot, but first of all comes in the Maharashtra, the one and only name, Sharad Govind Chandra
Okay,
Pawar.
all right. There you have it. And there's no denying that Sharad Pawar has been there for more than we have been alive. Okay, so let's be clear about that. Suleiman Mohammad Khan wants to make an interjection. I'll let you, sir. Then I'll get Anirudh back in. Suleiman, go ahead.
Yeah, Rishabh, why haven't you discussed a very important issue? I was about to say that yesterday we saw on news channels the General Secretary of BJP distributing cash, Vinod Tawade. It's all in the public domain. Now, this further substantiates our claim that they are losing badly. They are using unfair means. And that is in violation of the Representations of the People's Act, Election Model Code of Conduct. An FIR has been registered. Now, see the frustration. And we have heard one of the journalists who is considered an important person in the world of journalism, at least in Maharashtra, Ashok Wankhede. He said thousands of crores have come from some businessmen from Gujarat to Maharashtra. And I think this is the money which BJP is distributing. The General Secretary is distributing openly in a restaurant in Palghar. It's important. You see the frustration, the unconstitutionalism. This is one point which you must stress and also tell the people of the country.
Okay,
Second,
no, fair enough. Okay, finish your thought, then I'll give another
Sonia
chance.
Gandhi's. Yes. 3 points. Second point is, again and again you are bringing that Sharad Pawar left the party because of Sonia Ji's foreign origin. It's over. She's a member of parliament.
No, but so history has erased itself. That's why he left.
Listen to me. It's over. Sharad Pawar was a minister for 10 years in UPA 1 and 2.
I mentioned that as well, that he came back to serve as agriculture minister, but that's history.
Bishop, let me complete. It doesn't look.
That time she was a member of parliament.
She's the wife of Prime Minister Rajiv Ji. Indira Ji's daughter-in-law. Member of parliament since 98-99. President of the Congress party for the longest time. Sharad Pawar ji is all the way along with us. It's completely uncalled for to call this again and again 3 times.
No, I agree with you with the premise that Sonia Gandhi does not need to show her CV. Neither does Sharad Pawar. They don't need to show their CV, but truth is the truth.
I understand your limitations, but see, please call Shinde and Ajit Pawar, everyone, what they have done. You are invoking a non-issue, but the issues which are important you are not invoking. So third point, take the third point. You said that BJP has the best chance to be the single largest party. Very unfair. When the voting is going on, you are saying this. Congress is contesting on 102 seats.
No, Suleiman Mohammad Khan, I understand your limitations also of not being able to accept history, but history of the country tells us. If you think I have limitations, you have limitations as well, right? So you cannot also face history.
I know you for 10 years. Don't do all this.
No, but you also have to face history. I'm just stating the fact. I'm just stating facts. Most of the
results. So declare the results. It's unfair on your part.
No, it's not unfair on my part, and you don't get to decide what's fair or unfair on my part.
We have 32 Lok Sabha seats 4 months ago.
Which is a point I've already raised. So here's the reality check, ladies and gentlemen. At the beginning of India's independent history, there were only 2 political parties. One was the Indian National Congress and the other was the Communist Party of India. Most of the parties subsequently have emerged out of the Congress party. Okay. So Mamata Banerjee left the Congress and formed the TMC, as Sharad Pawar left the Congress and formed the NCP. Does Sonia Gandhi now have to show her CV? No, she does not. She has served the country in many capacities. Does Sharad Pawar need to show his CV? No, he does not. But was he a congressman who left the party? Yes. Now, will an Eknath Shinde have to earn his stripes? Yes, he will have to. Will an Ajit Pawar have to earn his stripes? Yes, he will have to. But that's just history. Exits from parties and what are betrayals or great betrayals can be argued. If Sharad Pawar was not a great betrayal, then is Eknath Shinde a great betrayal? I don't know. I'll give the BJP a chance to respond on the other meritorious matter which Suleiman Mohammad Khan has raised.
Rishabh, you are
on Vinod Tawade.
I can't believe you, Rishabh.
No, I love it when both the spokespersons have a problem with me rather than each other. Anirudh ji on the issue of Vinod Tawade.
Rishabh ji, can you ask to Congress spokesperson, can you tell me for Bitcoin?
No, I will ask you the question. He's also asking what happened to Vinod Tawade. So, sir, a person of the BJP is on video distributing cash.
This week, everyone who knows Bitcoin in Karnataka.
Why don't you take the question first? Why was Vinod Tawade distributing cash? What was the reason? Why was Tawade ji distributing cash? What was it for?
That was the hotel bill 9 lakh something. Making the fake news of 5 crore something, but he can't
No, whether it was 5 crore or 9 lakhs, how does it make a difference? Money is money.
Anirudh, your leader was buying Suran.
Bhai, 1931 to 2022, Congress is split 64 times. That time was the Sonia Gandhi. That time opposed the Sharad Pawarji. That time was the Sonia Gandhi member of parliament from.
I have already established that. That point is made, but that doesn't detract from the point what Suleiman is raising. That there are immediate issues, and the immediate issue is that your party general secretary, nonetheless, was distributing cash. The Congress says because you are desperate.
बिटकॉइन पे बोल ही नहीं रहे हैं.
Are you desperate?
सुप्रिया सुले जी के पास पकड़ा गया, बिटकॉइन की बात हो रही है. ये सब चीजें चुनाव दिन का कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. कांग्रेस वही पार्टी है, डिवाइडेड
पैसा बांट रहे हैं आप. ये मानते हैं आप पैसा बांट रहे थे. तावड़े जी पैसा बांट रहे थे, मानते हैं.
अरे साहब, आप तो फेक डिफेंस में चला रहे थे. अमित शाह जी का संविधान खतरे में है.
संविधान खतरे में
चला रहे. संविधान खतरे में 9.5 लाख रुपए का था. आप क्या बात बिटकॉइन पे रिप्लाई दो ना. हम नहीं दे पाओगे उससे. गाजियाबाद में इंडिया लाइन के लोग का पैसा पकड़ा.
Okay, gentlemen, this is going nowhere. No, this is going nowhere. You made your points. Okay. You made your points. I'll collaborate the points.
4 times आपकी पार्टी डिवाइड हुई है.
Okay, I'll collaborate the points. Here it is. The Congress is saying that the reason Vinod Tawade was distributing cash is because it shows the party is desperate. Okay, they're trying to literally buy votes.
Yes.
The BJP is finding it difficult to deny the fact that cash is being distributed, although they debate the reason why it was being distributed, and they've come up with their own audio recording of Supriya Sule in some Bitcoin conversation, which she says is morphed AI. This is what has happened. Now let me get Joyita back in before I get Sakshana ji back in. Joyita, now we are used to this. You and I have been doing this for a long period of time. There's lots of smoke and mirrors. Has there been an issue that is stuck? Is the Vinod Tawade issue something that is stuck with the voter, that is going to be in their memory as they go in to cast their vote, despite whatever the politicians say?
Unlikely, Rishabh, because it happened too late. You know, if it had happened maybe even 7 days ago or 10 days, you know, the opposition also would have been able to make a big issue out of it. But happening on the eve of the election, I don't think that kind of momentum can be coming to this issue. And frankly, if you ask me, most voters have already decided at least 12 hours ahead of the vote which way they are going to go. It is all depends on the floating voters. But the thing is that in India, that does not really matter. You know, they do not really make much of a difference unless and until it's a very close election. So we do not know as yet whether this is a close election or not. It's all up in the air.
Okay, all right. Okay, I have a couple of questions for everyone before I've run out of time and I'll take a break. Sakshana Salgar, will Ajit Pawar be welcomed back to the party after the election results come in?
I'm very sure this time Pawar Sahab clearly declared गद्दारों को माफी नहीं. He told in a Baramati Sangta Sabha, he already told in front of the people, महाराष्ट्र के लोगों को उन्होंने बोला है कि इस बार गद्दारों को माफी नहीं. और उनके फर्स्ट लिस्ट में जो सबसे पहला नाम आता है वो अजित पवार साहब का है. वो बिल्कुल भारी मतों से गिरने वाले हैं, घर में बैठने वाले वो ही नहीं. जिन जिन लोगों ने महाराष्ट्र में पार्टी तोड़ने का काम किया है, शिंदे जी हो, देवेंद्र फडणवीस हो, अजित पवार हो, सबके तब घर जाने वाले हैं.
Okay, so that's pretty emphatic. You're saying no, he is not welcome back regardless of what happens on the results. So Suleiman Mohammad Khan,
पार्टी में पवार साहब नहीं रहने वाले हैं.
Are you concerned that a united Shiv Sena, okay, that
very sure, quite sure, Pawar Sahab, Ajit Pawar Sahab.
Okay, you're being very clear. I appreciate your clarity. It's unusual for politicians. You're saying no, he's not welcome back regardless of how the elections go. Suleiman Mohammad Khan.
कोई भी पार्टी में वेलकम नहीं करेगा.
Okay.
If you heard speech of Supriya ji Sule, if you heard speech of Pawar Sahab in
No, we did hear it, but you know, but we've heard it in the past, and he's been welcomed back within 2 days. Okay, but you're saying no, he's not welcome back. Now hold your thought. Let me go to Suleiman Mohammad Khan. Are you concerned that in fact Uddhav Thackeray might reunite his party and go over to the other side?
I think it's completely imaginary question, but I congratulate your imagination. I think that's not going to happen. The MVA alliance, Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi alliance, is going to form a comfortable, is going to get a comfortable majority and form the government. Don't worry. Just keep on imagining. I have no problem. It's your imagination.
No, thankfully we have imaginations, not as revelations as politicians, because who would have thought
But
a
the
Shiv Sena
revelation-
Congress government would be possible in the first place? Who would have thought a BJP and Mehbooba Mufti alliance would have been possible? I wouldn't have thought so, but it did happen in this country. So politicians have more vivid imagination than journalists for sure. Same question to Anirudh Pratap Singh. Anirudh Pratap Singh, what confidence that you have that Mr. Ajit Pawar, who's betrayed you within 48 hours last time around, won't do the same thing this time around?
ऋषभ जी की who is the Brutus of this story? Brutus is the Uddhav Thackeray ji. So Maharashtra voters will reply.
Anirudh ji, Devendra Fadnavis took oath of office with Ajit Pawar 5 years ago, only to see Ajit Pawar take oath of office again 48 hours later
ऋषभ
with
जी
somebody
काफी
else.
पानी बह चुका है, अब तो ब्रूटस को सबक सिखाना है केवल.
Okay, काफी पानी बह चुका है. I'll leave it to the voters to judge. It is a confusing election. And the reason it's confusing is because of all these things that have happened. This is no longer the pretty routine NCP Congress versus BJP Shiv Sena elections which we saw for 10-15 years in Maharashtra. This is different. A Lok Sabha election result has told you 3 months ago that the majority of the seats were won, not the majority, 13 out of the 48 were won by the Congress, and the majority were won by the Congress-led alliance. But in between, you had Haryana, which has said that the Lok Sabha elections and the state elections need not match. What happens? We'll find out in 3 days. There will be exit polls, but you can take exit polls with a pinch of salt as well. Suleiman Mohammad Khan, Anirudh Pratap Singh, Ms. Salgar and Joyita, thank you. We take a break. See you in a minute.
Thank you.
अब आया